Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 177 of Sold with Updike Pugh.
I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Weston Pugh, and today we've got some amazing homes. We've got a single-family home over in Northwest Dallas, and then we're going to trek into the heart of Oak Lawn for a condo that is really great, very organized, very well situated in for transportation. And Jeff, in the second half?
In the second segment, we're going to talk about, we've got Tamra Gaede as a guest today. First of all,
Yay, Tamra.
Tamra is with Lawyers Title in Collin County, and she's coming to talk about homestead exemptions, and I'm sure we're going to get off into other subjects. That's just kind of what happens. So,
well, there it is. It is interesting. The news is really beginning to talk more and more about how real estate, is it a bubble? Is it not a bubble? We've even saw that one of the city council members, I think it's Jamie Schultz, is actually discussing a limitation on investment properties in Dallas and for a brief amount of time. I think it looked like 2 years, in order to give homeowners a chance to catch up with this current market.
that there's a, we see it every day, and it's this investment level of buyer that is really trying to absorb everything in that starter home market, that under $400,000 single family home.
And we've even seen statistics from the National Association of Realtors that talked about how first-time home buyers have really aged up almost 10 years. So it's really interesting to see what this investment element in today's market and over the last 10 years has done to how important it is to be a homeowner, today and what it does. Generational wealth is one of the key elements.
Yeah, it is. Sure is.
Okay, I'm off my soapbox, but I just thought that was very interesting. And I think that we may actually go down that and get some more information for you. So it is great.
We'll bring it to you as we have it.
So because we have Tamra on the show, what we're going to do is kind of accelerate the first half of the show just to make sure that you guys have enough time to talk. So why don't we just go ahead and jump into the Market Watch?
Sounds great to me.
So what we've got here is coming soon is down 30% here in Dallas. That is down to 86. And that is really just kind of one of those elements that sometimes it gets used, sometimes it doesn't. It's not the most common button that we've got. New listings are plus 16%. It was 428, which is really great. And we looked that we had houses that came on the market all the way from 89,000 up to 6 million. And option period. Option period is when a home first goes under contract, and it's when all the inspections are done, and that came in at plus 12%, which is 372.
So pendings are up about 13%. There are 282 pendings over the last 7 days in Dallas County. Solds are up 1%. There were 378 solds in the last week. That is really, again, the most of the closings occur toward the end of the month, and so we kind of expect to see that number not jump very much.
And one of the things I thought was interesting in the closed status is that we can get data in two different ways. We can get the median and we can get the average. And the average days on market were 14, while the median days was 6. And that's a really interesting shift because typically they're a lot closer, because when you and I do comps for homes, we look at both, and usually we're a couple dollars per square foot. This is really a bit different.
Yeah, it is. And I think when we were looking at it, there was one of those solds that really kind of threw everything off because it had like 500 and something days on the market,
and so
it was a really odd number.
What is your take on that? Why do you think something's been on the market for 500 days in today's market?
I don't remember that home specifically, but one of the scenarios might be that that home was something that was an extravagant build that took a long time to plan. Maybe they put it in the MLS as a spec home 2 years prior to it being done, because 500 days is only about a year and a half.
And that is completely realistic in today's current time frame. We have a home that is in Sunnyvale that in July will be under contract and building for 2 years. Hopefully we close in July. Hopefully we do. Well, let's just jump into the first house.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about 4241 Buena Vista Drive, and this is unit number 1. This is an amazing area if you're not familiar with this portion of Oaklawn. It is really central to everything.
It really is. This is the Knox Park area, south of Knox Henderson, north of Fitzhugh. This is backs to the Katy Trail. You actually have direct access from this community onto Katy Trail. The one of the really great things that's going on is north of there, up toward Knox Street, and there's been this complete renovation of much of the buildings up there, and Restoration Hardware has a big building there now. They have a really cool restaurant on the rooftop. We went there with Jeremy the other day, and it's really an experience, I thought.
It is great. If you're looking for a place to brunch, this is definitely one of the places that I would put on your list while here in Dallas. Around the corner from this is also one of the staples here in Dallas, and it's called Cafe Madrid. And it is, I believe, southern Spain. We have clients there that loved it. And the food is really great. They have live music. Sometimes they have flamingo dancers. If you like that shaved pork, they've also
Flamingo
got
dancers? Those pink flamenco.
There you go. Yes, there's pink flamingos there
Flamingo
dancing.
dancers.
Time to time, it's a must see. But it's a really great place, great food. It again is one of Dallas's staples.
This was really a great experience, my experience at this restaurant last time, because we went with Jeff and Tanya Palin. And Tanya is from Spain. And so, we sat down and we were all kind of looking at the menu, and she said, "Can I order everything tonight?" We were like, "Shoot, yeah, go ahead." And I mean, she ordered everything that was fantastic.
They have a manchego cheese cigar that I don't know if it's wrapped in a pastry or if it's wrapped in some type of leaf, but it is amazing.
And almost directly, well, one block over, directly across the street, is Jeremy's office at SWBC.
Jeremy Radcliffe, who's that?
Yeah.
Just kidding. Jeremy's great.
Yeah.
Lender, does most of our work.
But one of the last things I wanted to talk about over there was the Barcelona Wine Bar. And,
Okay.
And that is it's just a really great place. I forgot to give Ben a link for it, but really great place.
I've never even been there. I didn't even know it was there. Golly, that's terrible. All right. So 4241 Buena Vista, number 1, is a 1-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-car garage. And it is a design that you do not want to miss, especially if this is an end unit.
It is. And this is a really cool development because it was part of the precursor to City Homes when they did their development. They took a lot of the 1-bedrooms and combined them and created a much bigger apartment or condos with them. They have unique features like this one where it's got the really cool fireplace in the master bedroom. You've got room for a sitting area there. You've got really great light that comes in right over that fireplace.
And I have to tell you, the lighting is amazing throughout this entire unit. They've done a really great job of highlighting it both with unique lighting features, but also with skylights. Here you can see into the master bathroom where it has a great walk-in shower. Again, everything is nice and clean and proportional. And as we pivot out of the master bedroom, you see this entryway, and it kind of allows you to see down the rest of the property. A really great shot from this one. I was really impressed with the photographer's work.
And it's got plenty of room for a dining room table there. He uses a really, I thought, a really great selection for the dining room table with the upholstered chairs. You've got bar seating, and then that flows right into the living room.
And one of the great things about this island is that the actual designer was who previously owned it, shaped this and so that it actually tapers as it goes towards the actual living room, giving you more space, both in walkway and the way that you situate your furniture. Looking back, you can see that you do have a half bathroom there on the right-hand side behind the little bistro table. And you can see they've done a really great job in the kitchen by making use of a mounted microwave.
And this has 2 skylights there over the kitchen, which I think really add light to the center of that center of the condo there.
And so you see here, this is a really great window. One of the things that I was really surprised is that from this window on the second floor, you can actually see the Katy Trail. So if you're someone that works from home and needs a view, this is a great view to watch everyone come and go, and it's really enjoyable. This is also a complex that does have a pool, which is really great. Texas heat, if you're not from it, you need a little extra getaway.
And here's your direct access onto the Katy Trail that's right there in the backyard of the community. And as we've always talked about, those properties up and down developments like the Katy Trail in North Haven really tend to see a great appreciation.
Yep. And so this is 4241 Buena Vista. It is unit number 1. It is a 1-bedroom, 1 full, 1 half bath, 1 car garage. It is 1134 square feet, priced at $382, which comes in at $336 a square foot. And we want to say thank you so much to Carolyn Black for allowing us to feature this home.
Really great home.
It is. It's really great. Now, in the comments below, you're going to see a link. Click on that link and it'll take you directly to this property. And you can look at some of the other photos that we didn't use, zoom in, zoom out on the map, and get a feel for where it actually sits. And if you would like to see this home or any of the other homes in this area, please let us know. Our information is also in there, and we'll be happy to make that happen.
We sure would. So what's our second home today?
Second one is going to be 11577 Cromwell Circle. So this is, this is more in the area that I live in now. And it's funny because we sold the house on the other street on the exact same position, just probably it's half a block away. And it is such a great little area. DeGoyer Elementary is just around the corner, walking distance. So if that's something that's important to you, that is one of the great elementary schools in this area. Commuting, let's talk about that. Forest 635, a stone's throw away. And if you're not familiar with 635 at this point, 635 will actually get you all the way over to the far east side of Dallas, or it can take you to the north side of DFW Airport.
And right there in that neighborhood is and it's right next to DeGaulier Elementary, is the the Webb Chapel Park. And this is a really great park. It has, this is the park we went by the other day that's got that really cool covered structure. I
love that structure.
It really is. And there's lots of playground space, really everything that you would want to do right there.
So one of the other things too, that as a homeowner that will be very important to you, is to know what your proximity is to Home Depot or Lowe's. Home Depot in this one is just around the corner, I believe, on Forest. It is a great one with lots and lots of the elements that you'll need for fixing up and making that home yours.
You know, the average homeowner spends $60,000 in the first 18 months after they buy a home. And that's the average. So.
I'm going to testify that, yes, I am on track for that. Ridiculous.
So having your nearby Home Depot is really handy. The other thing that we wanted to point out about this area that we've never talked about before is the Asian Trade District that is right there on Harry Hines and Royal. And this is a neighborhood right there in the Northwest Dallas area that is really called the city's Koreatown. It's been designated as a special district. It's right at the crossroads of Harry Hines and Royal. And then there is also a Royal Lane dart station right there if you would like to ride dart out there.
So it's so funny because one of our friends, Jacques, actually spent 2 years in Korea working for his company. And Jacques loves karaoke. And he said that Korean karaoke is the absolute best. So if you love Korean karaoke as much as Jacques, let us know and we'll be able to make that connection. And it might be a little love connection. There you go. All right, let's take a look at 11577 Cromwell Circle. Now, this is a corner house, just like the other one was an end unit, and it's got great mature trees, sidewalks, and as you can see here, it's kind of like a Norman Rockwell home.
It really is. Great drive up. I love the way that they've done the raw wood shutters and stained them just a bit where you bring a little bit more texture into the house.
Yep, it warms it up quite well. And good old Texan, as you can see here, we've got the lucky horseshoe over the front door. That is a really great element. They've also done a really good job of opening this floor plan, as we see in some of these pictures, how they've gotten rid of what would probably been a formal living and dining and created a second living space. And to make that space even more flow-y is the word, I guess.
I think, yeah.
Is to actually make the woods all work, the floors all work together. So you have really beautiful stained hardwood floors throughout that just create a really nice harmony.
And the owner's done some really great things like the wallpaper in this dining room. You know, a lot of times wallpaper can be a big turnoff, but they've, I think, chosen the right pattern, the right colors. It really just ties that dining room together without making you feel like you're stuck.
So the other thing that I appreciate in this house is that all the walls have been opened up, but nothing feels like it's floating. It all works really well together. So if you're entertaining or if you work from home, this would be one of those houses that is a really good go-to. Furniture placement is pretty simple. You have multiple eating areas. One of the things in this picture that I absolutely love on the right-hand side is the banquette that is a perfect little seating booth. This one also doubles as additional storage.
Stainless steel appliances, granite countertops, undermount sink. It's really just completely move-in ready. There's not anything you would need to do.
Now, one of the things that we also noticed as we were touring this house is that they have upgraded the can lights and all the windows, which is a really great 1-2, both from an energy standpoint, but also natural light is one of the key things that I love. We also noticed that they didn't demo everything. So here we have original cabinets and inset uppers, which really just kind of keep that harmony and trueness to that home.
Great room sizes, as you can see in this picture, king size bed. Again, the windows have been replaced throughout the home. You step off into what is, I think, a really good sized bathroom, double sinks, big walk-in shower, and there are 2 closets in this bathroom, which I think really make a big difference in it.
Especially for the age of this house, you don't typically see that good of closet space. And we couldn't tell if they'd taken something or if it was just the way it was. Now we're going to pitch over and look at one of the first bedrooms that they have here. Again, they've used this wallpaper in the perfect amount and the perfect size, ceiling fan, and then over here into bathroom number 2. This is a really good bathroom in the element that it had the sink on one side, a door, and then the toilet and the shower. Great changing bathroom for a young family.
Really is. And this is the 3rd bedroom, which again is great room size, has a nice pink color that I think just works really, really well. And then as we pivot over to the other side of the home, this is that separate mother-in-law type environment that is a really large bedroom. It is right off of this enormous laundry room. I mean, you could skate in this laundry room. It's such a great size.
I love the laundry room because I thought it would double as a really great place for a young puppy to have access and to this backyard and inside when it gets cold or rainy.
And I'm not making a joke. It would be a really good yoga room.
It would be a great yoga room. That's a good point. So here we see that they've done some really excellent landscaping, good mature trees. There is enough green space for 4-legged and 2-legged young ones, and still plenty of room for entertaining.
Absolutely. So 11577 Cromwell Circle is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, or 2 carport actually, built in 1960. It's about 2,600 square feet, priced at $595, and that is $277.45 a square foot. And we wanted to say thank you to Paige and Kurt Elliot for letting us talk about their home today. If you would like to see any of the other pictures we didn't get to use today, there will be those in the link below. If you'd like to go out and take a look at this property, we'd be happy to make that happen. And with that, we'll be right back. There are lots of ways to keep up with us. Visit and like our Facebook page to watch us live and get updates about future show topics. Also, visit our Instagram account where you can see the latest homes we have for sale. You can also check out our website at updikepugh.com where you can create customized searches of active and sold homes that you may find of interest. If you'd like to know how much your home is worth, visit homeprice.fyi and you can get a price instantly. Just enter your address and a couple of other pieces of information and we will email you a price. If you are on the go and podcasts are better for you, our second segments are available on iTunes and Spotify. Last of all, you can reach out to us by phone or text at 214-377-2223. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the second segment, episode 177, Sold with Updike Pugh. Today, we have a wonderful guest with us, one of my dear friends, Tamra Gaede.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here today.
Yeah, so Tamra and I met, would it have been 12 years ago? 15,
let's not date us too much, honey.
We were in a leadership class together, and that was how we initially met.
Yeah, I knew you before, right? And we've been around the industry together, but yeah, we got to be really good friends in leadership. You let me have your jacket every day. It was too cold in the room.
So we, when we had the Remax offices downtown, Tamra worked for a
foundation repair company,
yeah.
Yes.
And so Tamra would come in. We had lots of space in our office, so Tamra would come in and hang out and sometimes go to lunch. And
I'm notorious for hanging out in brokerages, waiting for something to happen.
It is probably one of the smartest things you do in your business. So tell everybody what you do now.
So I am the director of Collin County Sales for Lawyers Title. Actually, I'm took a nice little trek down to Dallas to see you guys today because my office is in Frisco at the Star. So I spend most of my time up at Collin County, but I was really excited to come and join you on the show today.
We really appreciate you coming down.
Always happy to have you. Can't wait to have you on my show.
Yeah, we're coming on, is it 3
May,
weeks?
yeah, the first week of May.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good one you'll want to tune into.
Yeah, it is a completely different format, completely different facing program, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm going to put you and Weston in the hot seat.
So one of the things I asked you to come and talk about today was homestead exemptions. Right now we are dealing with the appraisal process, the value process, and one of the really important things for a homeowner to do is apply for a homestead exemption.
The neighborhood that I live up in Collin County, I live in Salina, and there's a lot of chatter right now. Everybody's received their notices of appraised value and taxable value. And so have you applied for your homestead exemption? No. Well, you better get your booty down there to the Collin County Appraisal District and get that done, because who wants to pay extra taxes?
Does Collin County allow you to go back a year if you missed filing your homestead exemption? Dallas does, and I don't know if that's...
Well, up until, really, let's see, what is today? April 30th. You have until April 30th to apply for the previous year. So I think this is really good timing for everybody that hasn't done it if they purchased a house in 2021. Of course, the tax law changed this year. Now you can file at any time after the date of the purchase of your home. So I think that is really an amazing gift that we got to get that taxable exemption applied sooner. And, I was having a conversation with one of my escrow officers this morning asking, do we know how fast they're applying this, right? So you have to go and change your driver's license. Your driver's license address has to match. And then you submit the application on the Dallas County Appraisal District, Collin County Appraisal District, whatever is applicable to you in whatever county you're in. And then then they'll apply it, but we think they're backed up and they're not getting them applied as fast. They're saying we'll do it by the end of the year. But it's my understanding they'll retroactively apply that exemption to your date of purchase.
Yes.
So you're going to get that benefit no matter what. I think the important thing is you have to follow up and make sure they did it.
Yes, you are 100% right.
I think it's up where I am, they're capping at 10%. I've seen, I don't know how many people are confused about taxable value versus
market value
and what they're seeing, because I'm seeing a lot of posts on social media about how they've gone up 100, my value went up 150%. Well, yes, but what is your taxable value? That's what you really need to pay attention to, because that's what's coming out of your pocket.
One of the people that I want to have on is with a company. I did an MCE class, and these two gentlemen presented their business. One of them is a real estate broker, appraiser, and then his son, I believe it's his son, that runs a service that will help you protest your value. And they had he talked about something that I've kind of had in my head, but I've never been able to spit out what it was, but it was showing how you really have to watch that taxable value and not let the appraisal district kind of lull you into thinking, oh, well, don't worry, it's only a 10% cap. Or it's only can go up 10%, because if you don't fight your value every time, when the market does change and potentially values do adjust, whether they come down a little bit or whatever, your cap is still going to be way up there. And so getting your cap back down, getting that cap back down is going to be difficult and could cost you quite a bit of money in the future.
Well, and I think, residents that are in not in new construction neighborhoods should go ahead and fight their taxes. You need a great realtor like Jeff and Weston to help you pull comps in the neighborhood if there's comps that work for the neighborhood. And then you can fight with unimproved property as well. Give it a shot. The only thing they can say is no.
Yeah, that is very true.
Why not try? But in my neighborhood, it's new construction, and these, we bought our houses, 1, 2, 3 years ago, and there's just not, I don't think there's a leg to stand on. I think you'd probably just be wasting your time. But
I think that one of the other things that I've always thought is that I think you should protest your value every time, and at least go through, there's I'm going to simplify this, but there's 3 steps to me. There is filing your protest, and then secondarily having the informal meeting, which can either take place in person with an appraiser at the appraisal district. But one of the things that they've implemented recently, I think it was pandemic related, is if they are in agreement, when you file your protest, you have to tell them, here's what I think my value is.
Correct.
And here's the data to back that up.
Yeah.
will send you an email and either agree with that, or they may make you an offer via email of, okay, maybe it, we said it was worth 600, you say it's worth 500, really it's somewhere between the two. So we're going to send you an email and offer you 540. I don't know if Collin County is doing that same thing, or if they are requiring that informal part to be with, one-on-one with an appraiser, virtually or in person. But then that third step is when you actually go in before the appraisal review board.
Right.
And I think that's the part that scares people.
I agree.
And I got to tell you, do it. Go do it, because it really helps you understand the process of what is going on, even if you don't win any benefit. I think going through it, you learn so much about how taxation in real estate happens.
I agree. And, I did it I fought one year with one of my rental properties, and they told me I had to be in Dallas, downtown Dallas at 8 a.m. And I just said, okay, well, I'll just take it, which is not the answer. But one thing, buyer beware, right? Because when you close on your home, and you kind of touched on this, and I think it's really important to expand on it. When you close on your home, you get a pile of paperwork. You get all of these notices from your mortgage company about, death benefit and your refi and all this other stuff. But you also start to get a bunch of notices from companies who will say that they will apply for your homestead exemption for you. You don't need them. Mm-mm. There's no reason to pay a company money to go and file for your homestead exemption. You simply change your driver's license, get on the appraisal district website and apply. Okay. So I think that's just huge buyer beware information.
It really is. And the one that I saw that just really astounded me was the one that it will offer to apply for your homestead exemption for $50, and then they will send you a certified copy of your deed for $250.
Oh my goodness.
It's like all of those are available for virtually free.
Just throw all that stuff away. It's very easy to do these things for yourself. And there are some really good, you also touched on this too. I don't know the website. I wish I had it, because I didn't realize we were going to talk about this part, but there are reputable companies that will go and help you fight your taxes.
Absolutely.
And what was it? Property
Tax.io
or something like that. Yeah. And I wish we had that website, because I think that one would be a really good one for consumers. Mm-hmm. If they're able to help them knock down their taxes, who wants to pay more taxes? So they
offer a couple of here. Thank you, Ben.
Oh, perfect.
So they offer a couple of different levels of service on this, we have no connection with them at all. So I'm just really telling you what I know. Their silver level is basically they provide you with the data. They provide you with comp data. They give you a platform to be able to calculate differences in the properties that you're comparing, and that's $75.
Okay.
So, but you still have to do your protest process. The gold product that they offer is them representing you, and what they charge is 40% of the tax savings that they're able to achieve for you. So if
I might need the gold savings for my rentals.
I mean, if you're not wanting to go through that process, it's kind of a, no lose situation to me.
Yeah. The silver package, I think if you have a good, you go to your realtor, mm-hmm. right? And they can provide you with the data that you need to help fight the taxes. But
they have the platform, I think, is really what you're paying for, because it does give you the opportunity to kind of figure your argument out. Go take a look at it. It's a really interesting product. One of the other things I wanted to talk about with the homestead exemption was that one of the really important reasons to go to the ballot box in May is there is a state constitutional amendment that is going to be voted upon that will increase the homestead exemption for public schools to $40,000, where it is currently $25,000.
Yeah, and I saw that too. So I'll be going to the ballot box.
Definitely go do that. So
make sure to vote.
Absolutely. So what else do you want to talk about?
Well, the one thing I don't think that we covered that I think is important is who qualifies for a homestead exemption. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, you purchased this year, right? The law changed. So you can apply, you need to apply the year that you purchased. An individual has to file. So not a corporation, not an LLC, mm-hmm. something like that. you must actually reside in the house. So it's got to be your primary residence. Okay. So you have to live there. And then the actual properties that qualify are a house, condo, or manufactured home. So I think the biggest things are obviously you have to live there and you need to do it in the year that you purchase the house. Oh, perfect. You have a great producer.
Yeah.
So he put all of that information up on the screen for you. And if you need more information, put your question in the comments below and we'll make sure to address that for you.
Absolutely.
And so thank you so much. I think this is what we were going to talk about today.
It was. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for doing this. I know it was a trek down, and
no, I was happy to.
I just love you so much.
I love you so much, and I think this is long overdue. And like I said, I can't wait to have you guys on my show. I'm not going to tell you what we're going to talk about. It'll be a surprise.
Tamra's already warned me she's going to have pictures. So
I know I have a couple of fun pictures. So whenever we do air that episode, you'll have to share it so that all of your realtor friends and your consumer friends get to have a good laugh. So we'll have a good time.
I promise we will. Thank you for joining us today. We really do appreciate it. And most of all, remember, we want to be your realtors for life.